Hello, everybody. It's Angelique here from angelsfriendlycoaching.com, and I have Ellen here with her book. I'm going to be asking so many questions again, just so everybody can get this book, because with everything going on in today's world, everybody should just be happy. So, Ellen, first of all, how are you doing today?
Oh, thank you so much for asking. I don't know if you ever noticed that in your life, and I don't know, maybe our listeners and viewers, people might say, well, how are you? And so many people say fine and then go on to the next thing. And we really miss an opportunity to receive that someone is actually asking about us. You know, we're busy taking care of everybody else, and it's so nice to be asked. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad to be alive, put it that way.
I
And
agree.
grateful. Always make it a practice to be grateful. So even about small things. I mean, they may not seem small, but I mean, like these plants behind me, my husband had, and in the old days, I didn't like a mess, and that's what it meant to me. And I didn't realize that these are live beings, breathing oxygen into our world for us. And so they're here with me today. And so that's one answer to how I am. How are you today?
I was doing good. I got, nervous today for information I got about my daughter's school, and that's a lot of, different feelings going on with that. And I just hope lots of schools pay attention and start doing some drills. That's how I feel. I feel all schools should learn to do drills for those God forbid moments.
Mm. And feeling safe and helping kids feel confident and safe that there's a plan, there's something to do.
Yeah, exactly. Safety and security is the number one priority besides education, with the
Yeah.
school district. So, yeah, I definitely would like to just start asking you some more questions about your book, just because with everything going on in the news today, some people definitely need to read your book just to learn the 5 steps of happiness. People need to learn to be happy no matter what. And that's what I love about your book. And I'm sure that other people want to know this too. My one real big question is, where did you get your idea to make this book?
I've been, I guess, working on myself for ages in my life. I think growing up, even though it looked like a great experience with parents who loved me, I developed lots of bummer beliefs about myself and not feeling good about myself, never feeling smart enough, never feeling good enough, that I got curious over the years and did some reading, and there's a bibliography on my website, the BeHappyNoMatterWhat.com website, with some of the books, and then just gravitated to different teachers. And so I collected all the thoughts that meant something to me. And it's not all about me. I'm just a standard issue human being. So, and I know that these thoughts affected and helped other people who were in classes with me. And so this book is really an assembly of all those thoughts. And I think a lot of people have their own challenging experiences in their lives, and very often feel that that's a waste, or they've wasted their time, or it's been useless. And I know you've shared some of this with me also, that those troubles or challenges actually become the platform on which we have experience to invite others to appreciate their own challenges and work their way out of them. So is that, how has it been for you? Similar? You shared some things like that.
Yeah, I absolutely loved your book spoke to me. So, I mean, I just love that other people were feeling the same way. And you're going to connect on a deeper level with everybody that has the same thought processes and have been through um, topics and chapters that are in the book. And I don't want to give too much away because I want it to have suspense when people are reading it, because they're going to be smiling and they're going to be agreeing with a lot of things that they read. It is an absolute favorite of mine. It's in my top 5 books.
Oh, wow.
I have a thing where clients of mine, if they get a certain package, I'm going to be buying that book for them.
Oh, Angelique.
Yeah, just because it speaks volumes. That book is just absolutely amazing, and I'm appreciative that you wrote that book, because so many people think of those thoughts and think of things, but there's so much knowledge in there as well, and it's moving. It's very, very moving, and I can't wait until you start getting more people asking you about your relationship and things that are in the book that are just absolutely amazing, that you can actually, go to conferences and talk to people about that and help people through those steps that you just went through. And it's amazing on the experiences that you went through to make you an expert in your field of being
I think,
happy no matter what.
I think very often people overlook the value of what they go through, and that each one of us has this ability to utilize what we've been through. And a lot of people may not even appreciate it, that when you have a friend who asks you some advice or reflect on something that you've gone through, and you offer them an idea or something like that, you might find that you have a lot of people who are asking you. And so I would say everyone has this kind of a story within them that they can use to advance their own growth and development. I love the it's 5 Steps to Inner Freedom. Originally, I was going to call the book Inner Freedom, and something, that inner voice said to me, no, do it 5 Steps to Inner Freedom. And that's really like a relaxation on the inside. It's a calming down of the mind chatter, that so many of us have, and that inner push to run from one thing to another, whether it's to accomplish. And it's also that there's many things that we're all attending to. This was an interesting thought that was brought to my attention, that there's a difference between rushing and doing something quickly. So there's that opportunity in any situation to separate out, even though something looks like one thing, that it can be separated out. So it's the rushing that works against it. It's okay to do things quickly if you choose. Some of us, I benefited from slowing everything down in order to deal with that mind chatter. Everyone gets something different or needs something different. I needed to calm myself down, to slow things down so that I could see them. And then ultimately something like rushing became, oh, wait a minute, do I want to do this quickly? Do I want to do it slowly? The rushing was a distraction. And so, it's little things like that that are really much more major than you would think.
I agree. That's why I did guided meditation on quieting the mind because of everybody that has that chatter. And
Mm-hmm.
I give that away for free because I want everybody to make sure they know how to do guided meditation and quiet their mind because so many people have no idea on how to do it. And I teach breathing techniques and just
Mm.
everyday activities that you already do, and now just concentrating on it so you can learn to quiet the mind. And I do that with my practices. Every time I'm with a client, anytime I'm with friends and I hear their chatter, I will just focus on things and do some deep
Mm.
breathing, and then they will start seeing what I'm doing. They're like, "What are you doing?" And the next thing you know, I have them breathing like me and doing things, and they're just like, "Oh, wow, thank you. I needed that."
Yeah, and I saw those on your website, and I highly recommend that people go to angelsfriendlycoaching.com and access those meditations. For years, I had teachers who would talk about breathing, and I practiced it. I didn't really get the full meaning of it. And really, when we consciously breathe, we're actually taking in life force energy. Who
Yeah.
knew? Somebody was telling me to breathe. So, even though I signed up, I don't really like to be told what to do. So, so it took me a while to like, oh, wait a minute. Of course, I want to bring in life force energy.
Yeah,
And
look behind you, of course.
say
Yeah,
again,
I said,
what?
look behind you. Your life force energy is behind you.
Yes.
That's
So,
great. I love that. But yeah, that's very understandable, and I love that you have the plants behind you too. After you just got done saying that whole thing, that's amazing. Um, okay, so what gets you out of bed in the morning?
well, this is a good one. First of all, I love bed. So I've made a practice to really do my best to enjoy whatever's going on. So first, I'll talk about that. We got a new mattress this year, and and when I'm in bed, I feel supported. It's just an amazing thing. I also feel that like in a swimming pool, with the water. So it's sort of like an inner signal that comes. Sometimes I have something on my mind in the morning, and so I might do a little meditative practice before I get out of bed. Sometimes it's a thought, oh, go and attend to such and such. I usually have lists of things only because I prefer to have thoughts on a piece of paper rather than rattling around in my head. And I'm no longer driven by the lists. That's very good. And I will get some kind of internal signal that draws me up to attend to something. So that's besides if I have something in mind, like a few days a week, I have 8 o'clock phone call where I do some contemplative reading with some friends. And my new thing is to head to the gym. I've always wanted to be regular about doing aerobic kinds of things. I've been working with a trainer twice a week for a long time. It's been a challenge for me to get myself out of bed and to go to do the aerobic. I have to say, when you facilitate your own growth, this is like being an advocate to yourself for the things that you feel are important in your life, whether you get help from a coach or you do readings, or some people are in therapy, some people are in study groups, that whatever you're doing, to take the approach of I facilitate my own growth. And that way, your wisest self is what's drawing me out of bed in the morning. So, how about
That
you?
I get up the same time every day because I have children that go to school. So I am up 5 a.m. every day. I do guided meditation in the morning as soon as I get up before I even go to the bathroom. And then I head to the bathroom, wash up, start my day, and have some water or tea, and I am rising with the sun because I absolutely love being in that moment of just watching the sun rise, just being in the moment. I have a water down the road from me, so on the nice days, I like to go and just hang out by the water. And it was a beautiful day today. We're getting another snowstorm coming, so
oh wow,
I can't wait for spring. I need to move down south because I like to be around warmer weather. I can live in Arizona too because I like the dry heat as well, but I just like oceans.
Yeah, to be by the water is so cleansing, healing.
Yeah. I only have lakes, rivers, ponds, but I like the ocean. So I definitely can't wait to get around that in a few weeks when I go to San Diego. So I'm really excited for that.
That's great. And having a similar experience in Florida, I was in California a few weeks ago. It's just great. And, and the sun, I mean, the sun is just, I don't know, feeds me. What can I say?
It makes me happy. I love it.
Yes.
I love just being outdoors and one with nature and just grounded. I can't stand wearing all the heavy boots and everything to wear around here. So when I'm indoors, I'm always barefooted just so I can, I like to be barefooted as much as possible. That makes me happy.
I'm looking at my feet right now. You're right. We're very much alike, which is always interesting to me. One of the things.
My vibe attracts the people to my tribe that are aligned well with me. So everything about your book I absolutely loved. And Elena, it was just so busy where she could not interview you. She has hundreds of people that she could have asked, and she thought, you know what, everything you were saying, this lady has the same thing, so I think you will mesh well with her. And I thank her for the introduction for me to come over here, because I tell her all the time, I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, this is just amazing. And I'm getting really excited that I'm going to be coming out to Ohio March 7th, 8th, and 9th. So I am very excited to bring some of my sessions out in Ohio, meet Elena and other people as well. I was coming with my photographer, but he has another gig that he has to stay behind for. So it's just going to be me going to meet everybody and enjoy the parties and such that they have lined up for me. So I'm really ecstatic to go out there. And then I know you're going to be away, but when you get back, even if it's not this time, I'm going back in that area in June.
Oh, great, great. So we'll see, when I get back, because I would love to hang out with you a bit. I'm grateful to Elena as well, because we wouldn't have the Angelique and Ellen show. And what a wonderful addition to my life you are.
Thank you. I could not agree more. The same with you. I just love the energy, and I love how we're so vibrant, and we just want to be happy and make others happy. And I just like to stay in that feeling. There's so many negative vampires around, and I just like to teach people on how to be positive, happy, and get through life with being optimistic and a smile on their face.
Optimistic, and after that, there's actual enthusiasm inside of people. And I know when I do presentations to some people, the idea of being happy no matter what. Some people say, oh, is that happy-go-lucky happy? And, for some people can be exuberant, some of us. And the other thing is, it's about the enduring satisfaction that's underneath the troubles. So it's not denial and it's not false reassurance. It's that under the surface of things, inside, there's a wise inner self, and that you can observe yourself and make wise decisions, and in that way feel that you're in charge of your experience, which is really the truth. So many of us have been victims and carry that on into our futures when it's possible. You know, unless you're being victimized today, you got to get out safely, to leave that victim consciousness behind and get on into a different kind of life.
Yeah, I agree. I could not agree more. And so many people have to be around more conscious people and happier people. I normally start a lot of my sessions and things that, or if anybody's in that negative mind frame before a session, I get them out of it because I always start with laughing yoga. I absolutely love to just laugh and get people in the correct mind frame for me to help them. And it's just amazing. Like, I can use NLP techniques and just go with the flow, but I'd rather just be like, you know what, let's just laugh. Let's just be crazy and laugh.
So I didn't know that you had experience with laughter yoga, because I do too. We didn't have that conversation, I don't think.
No, there's just so many things that, you know, I don't put everything out there that I do because I forget, and it just comes to me like, oh, okay, yeah, laughing yoga. I do that in the beginning of my practices. I've been doing the laughing yoga only for 2 years, and I have to say it's like the best 2 years ever. And it does help people start their day. Like, my kids thought I was crazy. Everybody saw me and thought I was crazy. But then it's contagious, and they just start laughing too, and then we all have a really good day.
And people wouldn't think that you can laugh for no good reason. And I remember that I was, I don't know, I was a little bummed out over something. I said, you know what? I feel like laughing. So I signed up this years ago for a weekend training. And I laughed from Friday afternoon till Sunday night. I said, this is like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, it's just, there's just so many weird things that you could think of just to make yourself laugh. And so many people are like, oh, well, that happened a while ago. It won't bring back a memory for me to laugh. I'm like, yeah, it will. I'm like, laughing is just definitely contagious. Let me just do something and see if it, and they just start following my lead, because they'll just sit there like, and then they just keep laughing. And I'm like, see, there you go. Because I cannot have people around me, like, if we're laughing, having a good time, I can't have the people around here, like, that's not having a good time, that they just they don't seem comfortable. I always have to make sure everybody around me is comfortable and ready to participate in anything, even if they do it their own way.
Right. No, I think that's great. That's great. So, let's see. Is there anything else?
I can always ask you more things about your book, but I just think more people should just contact you about your book. Why don't you tell people on how to get your book?
Great. Okay. So actually there's two. There's Be Happy No Matter What, 5 Steps to Inner Freedom. And there's Handling Your Own Emotions, which is a tiny little book, which you can carry around for when you're in a jam, talking to people, or you get stumped or something. You just look it up. And so both of these are available on Amazon, and they're both available on audio and on Kindle. So that's that. And then if you want to contact me, you could contact me through the website, BeHappyNoMatterWhat.com. Also, if you're interested in Be Happy No Matter What coaching session, you can contact me also. Let's see, there was something else. On the Be Happy No Matter What website, there are free contemplative thoughts that you can just sign up for, and they'll be delivered into your email box. And they're affirmations that go, something about the energy of them, the way they were designed, that they go deeply inside of you and stimulate your growth and awareness. And here's one example. Healing occurs each time I relax. So people don't usually think about that. So even just taking a few breaths as you guide people, that healing automatically starts once you're not like this, because it's a natural energy flow. And that the more I relax my body, the clearer and more alert my mind is. So that's a benefit in catching your breath, learning how to breathe, and relaxing. And there's lots of good information about that.
I'm so glad you're telling everybody about this, because more people should know what you do, and you can help so many people. And people need to go to your website, sign up for your coaching, get your book, and just learn to be happy.
Sounds easy.
It is.
It's definitely worthwhile.
Yeah, I agree. I just was telling people on how to breathe and do things during a meeting, because they couldn't sit still in a meeting. And I was just like, okay, well, get a notebook, start doodling in the notebook, and concentrate on that, and listen to what's going on, and do some breathing techniques. I said, because if you're bored on what someone's saying, you're going to be all over the place. So when you're doodling and you're concentrating on one thing in front of you, you're able to then listen to what is happening around you. I said, take time, smell things, listen, use all your senses. And they actually got to the meeting very well.
Oh, that's great. I used to sit on a board, and with parliamentary procedure, I could see that by the time the president would get around to my turn to talk, that what I was going to say would probably be irrelevant. And so I noticed that when they started to go around the room, I got fidgety and I couldn't sit still. And actually, I was thinking that it was anxiety. And really what it was like impatience and energy coming up that really had no place to go. So that's exactly what I see in what you're saying, whether it's doodling or focusing, because it's very easy to get distracted by other energy.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing that you were teaching.
Yeah, I just wanted to help some people out. I help a lot of students that way too, with anxiety, ADHD, anything with the energy, and people that are impatient, because that was me, and I block everybody else's energy, because it's something that was taught as a younger girl, and it's one thing that stuck with me, is to make sure the energies don't attach to me, and put up a force field. So that's what I like, because I don't make it with no force field up and attaching everybody's energy. But, there's...
I would like... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, that's, like, the greatest thing, is just to ground yourself and to not be involved in other energies, just be in your own and know the difference between your energy and someone else's.
I think that that is a subject for our Angelique and Ellen show.
Oh,
How to take care of yourself energetically,
yeah,
because you've got a great handful of things. I've got a great handful of things, and I think it would be great if we compared notes on that, and
yeah,
then people who watch could pick out what things are good for them. Because I do a number of those things for myself, and we may do similar or different, and it's very effective.
yeah. I agree. I agree, and I think that would be great for us to talk about. Well, this was a nice short little show talking about your book and the plans, and everything comes full circle and every little thing that we talk about. And what I love about this is we're just talking randomly, but giving people knowledge and letting people understand and learn. It's just us having a conversation. That's all it is, and we're putting it on YouTube so people can understand who we are and learn what we do, and we can make someone smile one day at a time.
And they can get tips, free tip on how to view themselves in their situations and apply some of the things that we share to your own processing. So
Yeah,
thank you. This is great. I love you, Angelique,
I
and
love
I
that.
love doing this.
I love this. Well, I'm going to thank you, and I'm going to just move on to my next client. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Peace and blessings.
Have a good day, everyone.